Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Arunima Sarin, and today we'll talk about two important questions. What is grad school and is it right for you? Before we begin, let me give you a quick background. So, I did my undergraduate degree in psychology from Delhi University in India. I have a master's in research methodology from University College London from the UK, and my PhD is in psychology, and I got it from Harvard University in America. Today I'll talk to you about what grad school is, give you a little overview of what it is, what it's for, why people often engage in it, and we'll talk about some questions you can ask yourself to figure out if it's the right thing for you. Let's get into it. Grad school, short for graduate school, is an advanced program people engage in after doing their undergraduate degrees. It's called by several different names. So in India and in the UK, it's more commonly referred to as a postgraduate degree, postgraduate training, postgrad, and in America, it's more commonly referred to as grad school. Now, the key difference between grad school and undergrad is in the depth of study. In undergraduate education, the goal is to provide the students with a breadth of knowledge. So you want to give students exposure to a diverse set of topics, a diverse set of challenges and questions, and help them figure out what they might be interested in. In grad school, a student is kind of committing to getting more specialized knowledge in a particular academic discipline or in a particular profession. And so the goal is to dive deeper and give more specialized training and knowledge. So people go to grad school for a number of different reasons. Their motivation might be a necessity. So in certain professions, you are required to have a certain level of academic education to be able to progress. It could be that they're just really keen on engaging in research, are passionate about a field, want to contribute to the knowledge that is being formed. It could be that it's a bonus, right? So for some people, having an advanced academic degree or a professional degree benefits their career opportunities. It might not be necessary, but it's kind of a stepping stone. So different people have different motivations. There's obviously a lot of factors that play into it: your potential career trajectory, your finances, where you are in life, lots of different reasons. One key thing to remember, though, is that graduate school is a big commitment. Grad schools are a big commitment in terms of time, energy, and finances. Now, graduate programs take anywhere between 2 to 6 years to complete. They are really intense. You are often engaged in a lot of studying, writing assignments, taking examinations, potentially doing research or practical training, applied work. So there's a lot that you have to do. You need a lot of intrinsic motivation to sustain yourself during this period. You need to be open to learning new skills, to face new challenges, to kind of struggle with that process, when you're learning something new and it takes a while to sort of click. So they're really intense and time consuming. They are also a big financial commitment. Most graduate programs are not funded, especially professional degrees and master's degrees. And so it's down to the student, the candidate, to organize their funding. People either end up funding their postgraduate degrees out of pocket, or you need to find scholarships, grants, assistantships, and then hope that you get one of them. For the programs that do fund their students, they don't fund them very well. So you mostly have enough to kind of pay your rent, get your groceries, but you don't end up making a lot of money. You are learning incredibly valuable skills, but you don't make a lot of money. And so in either case, it has a big impact on your finances at a point where you are a young adult or an adult. So it's something to keep in mind and something to remember as you decide if it is the right choice for you or not. Grad school can be an exhilarating, amazingly life-changing experience for the right person. It involves a lot of advanced work, training, research, potentially teaching, presenting. So there's a lot of new skills that you learn. There's a lot of new knowledge that you're exposed to, a lot of training you get. It's incredibly intense, but it's also an amazing opportunity to learn and grow and make new friends, make new connections. The environment overall typically is this beautiful blend of collaborative learning with congenial competitive spirit. So it can be one of the best things that you do in your life if it's the right path for you. If it's not, it can be a terribly challenging and long, stressful road. For what it's worth, even if it's the right path for you, it's still pretty challenging. And some of the challenges are that it's incredibly demanding and stressful. You have to do all of these things like write assignments, go to classes, take exams, prepare presentations, learn new skills like coding. And you have to do all of that while managing your personal life, while managing your personal finances, preparing for the future. So you need to have a lot of grit and resilience and a really good support system. People go to grad school for multiple different reasons. For some, it's a stepping stone. For others, it's a necessity. For still others, it's a passion, right? There's nothing else they want to do. Those are some motives. Other people may have more, right? And so the key thing is to ask yourself why you want to go get that added degree. If there's a particular job that you have your heart set on and you realize that you are required to have some minimal amount of training, you already have your answer, right? Going to grad school is just the right thing for you. Maybe you're really passionate about research and you find yourself constantly curious, wanting to know more, wanting to learn more, wanting to create knowledge. Grad school's, again, a great choice. Maybe you're just curious about a field, right? Or you want to switch professions and you want to get specialized training in a profession. Again, all of these are great reasons to go to grad school. And there are many, many more. The key thing is to figure out why. The only time I've seen people regret their decision to go to grad school was when they didn't think about why they wanted to be there in the first place. It doesn't matter how hyper specific or kind of nebulous your motive is, as long as you have one, as long as you know why you're engaging in this exercise and you understand what it entails. There's some questions you can ask yourself to figure out if graduate school is right for you. Some good ones are you curious to explore certain topics or methodologies within your field? Are you ready to devote several years to rigorous academic and professional training? Do you see yourself enjoying, potentially thriving in an environment where you are pushed to learn and grow? Your answers to these questions will help you gauge whether grad school aligns well with your personal and professional goals. Also, practically speaking, consider your career trajectory. Graduating with a higher degree might open many doors. It might be a requirement to open a door, it might help you open a door, or it might have no impact. So for certain professions, having an advanced degree might be a requirement, or it might give you a significant step up. That is especially true of jobs that are in academia or that are focused, very research focused, even some specialized industry roles like data science and things like that. Having an advanced degree is a huge benefit, sometimes a requirement. For some other roles, having an advanced degree might be a big bonus, but maybe there's other ways in which you could still have a really strong competitive resume or a CV, right? So it might be a bonus, but not necessarily a requirement. So if you want to do it, if you can do the degree, great. If you can't, you don't need to stress too much. Finally, there might also be roles where having an advanced degree isn't as important, and maybe practical experience, doing a certain job, understanding a certain market might vastly outweigh any advanced degree you have. And so a key consideration in helping you make the decision about grad school should be what you want to do post grad school and whether that degree helps you get where you want to go. There's two good ways to figure out how the degree might help you with your professional goals. One is to reach out to the schools that you are considering applying to for postgrad and ask them if they can share information about where recent graduates from their program have gone after completing the degree. Most academic programs have this information, not down to like they won't probably share personal details of the person, but they'll tell you broadly, 30% of our graduates have gone to this sector or in these kinds of roles. So that kind of data, that's really, really valuable. Another thing you could do is if there are people who have shared that they went to certain programs, you can reach out to them and see if they might be willing to share their experience. And again, ask them if doing that degree helped them with their career goals. A third thing you could do is look at the people who have the jobs that you would like to have and go through their CVs, go through their LinkedIn bios, and see what kinds of academic qualifications they have. And that might be an indirect way to figure out if certain degrees or certain kinds of skills or training seem pivotal to certain kinds of roles. Deciding whether you should go to grad school or not is an incredibly personal decision. And it's a decision you should based on a lot of self-assessment. So think about your career goals, your academic interests, your professional interests, and consider your financial situation. Get as many facts as you can about the program, about the future opportunities it opens up for you. Get a true assessment of your skills. So reach out to current students of the program or recent graduates of the program, get information on where students have been placed in the last 5 years or the kinds of opportunities it has opened up for them. Speak to people who've done the program or are doing the program about what the day-to-day looks like, to gauge if that is something that seems exciting for you. You can also speak to education consultants to get a real picture about your skills and the types of programs you should be targeting. So do all of that, get as much information as you can, speak to as many people as you can. But after you have all the facts and you understand the picture as well as you could, I will say make the decision yourself. Going to grad school of any kind is a big commitment and it is really demanding. It's demanding on your time, your intellectual, emotional, and financial resources. It's demanding on your personal life. And so if you decide to go through with it, you are the one who has to put in all of the hard work and kind of make all the sacrifices and go through that process. So the decision ultimately should be made by you. Don't let anyone convince you one way or another about this decision. Decide for yourself. I want to conclude by saying that graduate school is a journey of specialization, professional development, and academic growth. It is not a decision that you should make lightly, but for the right person, it can be an incredibly rewarding experience. So reflect on what you want, reflect on your goals, and do all of the research and then make your choice. I hope this video was helpful in shedding some light on what grad school is and who is the ideal candidate for it. If you thought this video was helpful, please hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe for more content like this. If you're curious about other aspects of the academic journey, check out my website, the link for which is shared below. Drop any comments you have if you have topics that you'd like me to cover. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, until next time, good luck. See you later.